What's up, YouTube? I need to finish some editing. So let me slide this keyboard up here out of the way. Yeah, you get out of the way, Mr. Keyboard. Let me clean my desk a little bit more. Because Chris still has some powder over here. Silly me and my powder experiments. Powder experiments. You're so fun. Okay. Took care of that. All right. Now let's bring... What's up, non-fam? Bring this over here. Snag my power cable. Get down there. Snag a USB drive, hard drive. Snag a card reader. Open this thing up. Give it my fingerprint. What's up, Michael Cassell? What's up, Paul Cumber? Work's going okay. Just continuing to edit. Got some family pictures to finish. Got another family session this evening. Oh, having these extra mice around me. All right, make sure this is the right folder. Yep, that's the right one. Editing drive. Holly family. And load all these up in there. Oh, man. This dude's looking sus. All right, Chris is going to have to do a complete teardown of everything on his desk. Because there's too many things on his desk again. When there's too many things on his desk, Chris gets grumpy. Or Chris just needs to buy another desk. People are messaging me. Okay. Okay. So what's everyone doing today? It's Thursday, the land of milk and honey. That's loading. So many things. I just have so many things here. What is this? What side of the screen is that? That's the, oh, that's the arm for that. The camera shifted. Now it's centered. Michael, so you're always at work. Always and forever. Work. Yeah, that is correct, Carl. Oh, yeah. This is a valve. Oh, came with a little inline valve. What's up, Mr. Butchram? If you're at a work at home week, come join us in the party room. All right, first memory card loaded. Boom. Second memory card. It's also the correct. Yes, it is. And boom. Ooh. I'm going to have a butcher on my stream. I'm going to have a butcher on my stream. Yeah, I think tonight at some point we'll be organizing this area and turning that bench into a lure making bench and turn this back into a desk because it's becoming the home for everything. The home for everything. Like I did print that better handle. I can now grab onto this thing with this awesome handle that I printed. So stylish too. Way better than this inferior tiny handle that they sent me. Stupid inferior handle. I need to put a garbage can right under the table. So I know the pump works. Should test out my super pump with my 6-way valve. Let me take a picture of this. Of course, my lens is fogged because I just took a shower and my hands are covered in lotion. Maybe. Okay. Let me send a message to this guy. Okay. Trying to do my first video. What? Don't do it, non-fam. You're going to get hooked, and then you're going to make videos all the time. Please tell me the videos for your OnlyFans account. Oh, there's the already open glue. I was looking for you. Put you back in there. Okay. So many things. Ooh, non-flammable. Nice. Uh-oh. He's a Buttram.
What's up?
What's up, Sean Butler and Mr. Buttram?
Howdy.
Now more people will message me. Okay. Should not have dropped a video on fluid beds right before going on the internet. Because now I got questions and people going, oh, because I posted it to, there's a lure making Facebook group and there's like 20,000 people in it. And it's like, can I buy one? I'm like, still prototyping.
Not yet.
Yeah, so no. And I'm like, I will share the files for free once I'm done. They're like, I don't have a printer. Well, you should buy a printer.
step one. Get addicted to that first.
Yeah, you could totally use a printer, guys. That's just like common sense.
It's so useful.
I know. Oh, that reminds me. I need to go to Protopas's website and finally order some of that brass filament. Shop by material.
I think I've got bronze fill somewhere down there.
Ooh.
I think it was, I don't know, it wasn't last year, maybe the year before. Like Protopasta had like a contest or something. If you printed something for Halloween, you could post it on Twitter. And I ended up getting selected. I got like a $50 gift card. So it doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
But I got that and a couple other things and just paid out of pocket for the rest of it. What sucks is you don't get very much because they sell it by weight.
Yeah, 500-gram spool isn't a lot.
Yeah, well, 500 grams of, something that's super dense is definitely not.
Yeah, because this teeny tiny weight is 7 grams.
Yeah.
So I could not make 100 of these.
No.
But that's okay. Add to cart.
I wonder if you could leave it hollow and put something in the middle, something heavier.
Yeah, like, well, what's funny is, like, if it can withstand the temp, I can buy a lead pot and pour lead into it. But the lead has to be above 400 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe, to be liquid.
Mm.
So the PLA would just completely turn to charcoal.
What about something like BBs or something with that?
Yeah, if it rattles, you can get tungsten beads.
I don't know how heavy you can get those. But I mean, if you were just going by weight or if you're going by anything else.
Securely logging into PayPal. And yes, use my balance. Continue. Yeah, a lot of guys will use steel beads and stuff. Those are all things.
I got one of my cousins makes lures and stuff, but he works for an HVAC company.
Hmm?
And then so when they're working in houses and stuff, like if he sees like lead things, like, hey, you want to get rid of that? And then he'll just steal the lead, or not steal it, but get the lead,
acquire it.
So yeah, he's got boatloads of lead, literally boatloads.
That's awesome.
And he melts it down. Like, I don't remember what else he found a whole bunch of stuff, and he just melts it all down and makes ingots, and then from there makes it smaller to whatever he needs. But
man, Protopas's shipping sucks. 1 week shipping is free. USPS is $10 minimum for.
That's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, guys, your filament's already $1 million.
That's what you get for artisanal plastic.
If I want motherfucking craft brewed plastic.
That's what it is. I mean, it's special, one of a kind colors.
HDPLA.
Yeah,
it's just HDPLA.
But nobody makes it just like that.
Well, the company that makes the plastic for them does.
I don't know. Like, there's like colorants and formulas that go into the. It's the color definitely that you're really paying for.
Let me go to Fusion Filaments real quick and just look at what a normal price kilogram of HTPLA, $28.99.
Son of a bitch!
Didn't you say one of them had glitter in it?
Yeah, the tritium green, or no, is it tritium? Yeah.
Yeah, tritium green.
I don't know where I put that, or I would grab it and show it off. Maybe I'll just look for it.
Their proton pink looks freaking sexy.
Oh, I've got that too.
Oh,
let me see if I can.
It's so pink looking on screen. Is it
that
pink in real life?
Totally pink. I don't have anything sitting here that I printed with it, but.
Yeah, non-fam, I have a connection at Midwest Tungsten. They're like an hour and a half away. I was like, maybe they could make me tungsten lure bodies.
I'm just going to break everything trying to find plastic.
Yeah, it's normal. I finally used my carbon black. I made the roof of my birdhouse that I printed in that carbon black. It turned out so nice. I don't know what it is about HDPLA. It prints like butter. It's just a whole nother world of.
I found the green. I found the green.
Oh yeah, and the picture does have glitter. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a silvery glitter. You can kind of, I mean, you can see.
Yeah,
it's
I can
not
see
solid.
that. Yeah.
Huh. I like it, and you get. No, wait, no, that's just 1 kilogram. I thought for some reason you got more than that, but like.
Usually it's a little bit more.
There was the Mad Maker filaments, the one that sold like it was like 1.5 kilograms or something like that.
Dude, Mad Maker filament can kiss my ass.
What's your beef with him? I don't know if I ever heard.
So I ordered 6 rolls to test. That's usually what I do is I'll order like 6 rolls from a new company.
Yeah.
And so I ordered 6 rolls of filament from them. And every single one of them was super brittle. Like, I've never used a PLA that was this brittle, but I printed with it. But 2 rolls were completely unusable because during shipment,
they just shattered.
They shattered. Yeah, it was broken in multiple places. And then 1 roll was the wrong color completely. Like, I did not order this color, and I didn't get the color I wanted. So I emailed them 3 times, never got a single response.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you're on the shit list. Yeah, well, you can just throw that in along with the ring.
This one hasn't been bad. I could totally understand. I've had filament like samples that like I was so happy to get. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then I open the bag and it's just like literally 1,000 pieces of filament. that was disappointing. Trying to find that pink. I don't remember where I stuck it. Oh, there it is. Found it.
In your pants?
Well,
done uploading yet?
It's not in my pants.
Oh, it's in my pants. Oh, yay! Last memory card is done being uploaded.
I really need to clean up this freaking...
I think there's an issue with most makers. I haven't seen too many people with super clean desks.
My problem...
Llama's is pretty clean most of the time.
There's the...
I mean, that's a good pink.
It's like it's kind of translucent. Nice. If you use enough walls, it's not as bad, but it's kind of a cleary pink. It's definitely bright pink.
What's that pink that came out? Pooch and them made the
the Boss.
Yeah, Boss pink.
Yeah, I've got. Oh. I think I bought a spool of that too, but I'm not digging that one out. You can kiss my ass.
No, I can see it from here. It's right there. I actually have that one near me.
Yeah, that one I know what box it's in, but I'm not going to unbury it.
Yeah, don't unbury it.
Yeah, the Mad Maker, like it seems. I mean, look, I guess it seems like it's just one guy, and it used to be some other like proto paradigm or something that got split off.
Yeah.
They hardly ever have anything in stock, so when I saw these colors, I grabbed them, but I don't know if I'd ever buy another one. That's what I printed. I think I printed it out of my ukulele was out of that blue.
Aww.
I just like the blue.
You got enough stuff over there, Ryan?
I got tons. You want some more?
Oh, no, I'm good.
See, that's the
looks blue. Nice.
I like.
Does it play well?
When it's tuned, it's not tuned right now.
I always want to do the violin because I've always wanted a violin, but I'm like, it sounds like crap. What's the point?
I don't think they sound that bad. I mean, they don't stay in tune like a woodwind would, but
yeah.
I have a tuner, but I put it back in my trumpet case because I don't want to
play
lose
the trumpet.
I did for 7 years.
It's October, so Spooktober's trumpet time.
Ooh.
Trumpet and trombone time.
I've been meaning. I'd like to print like a mouthpiece and try that, but
I wonder if we can use wood filament to print a reed.
I don't know. I feel like somebody's tried that though.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
if
that
I
doesn't
saw a
mean they did
video.
it right.
Well, I was looking at like when I did this, I'm like, I wonder if there's other plastic instruments. And there is a trumpet that you can print that's all plastic that sounds like ass. But that
I
wasn't.
can only imagine because like that has a lot to do with how like clean the internals are.
Yeah, and they actually sell like injection molded plastic trumpets that are kind of cool. They're
You mean
cheap though.
kazoos?
No, like an actual trumpet. I don't remember what it like P trumpet, literally like a little P and then a capital T trumpet.
Huh.
Um,
Well,
they're
Michael
cool for.
Gassell, that sounds like people working in CAD. They spend more time turning and spinning the object than they do
Oh
actually
yeah,
doing the CAD. Like me.
I do the same thing.
But you have to. It's like, how else do you know what you're doing?
Because it looks cool when you're designing it. Then you got to once it's done, then you definitely got to spin it around and take a bunch of pictures. Try to think if there's anything else.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to work on practical prints for a while.
That's kind of where I'm at. I don't think I've printed anything not practical. I've been working on these. They're to hold like a 3 mil plexiglass. So they're going to
You're
be the
making a fish
corner.
tank?
I'm making an enclosure that you can pull apart for my ender so that I can print some of the higher temp things.
Can it be called the Ender Defender?
The Ender Defender? I like that. Maybe I'll design up an Ender Defender logo. But then I made because you can't use like these corners for everything because like the front has 3 pieces that all come together.
Yeah.
So I made the bracket. Well, it's hard to see with the lighting, but I made this piece that comes in here and it's got like you can put the nuts.
Yep.
Put the nuts in there.
Look at that. You countersunk them, everything. Did you add the little
Oh yeah,
teardrop shape so that way it prints like a nice circle?
I didn't do the teardrop, but I probably should have. I thought about it. I literally did. I'm like, oh, I can make teardrops. I'm like, it's too much work. But those are for like the front, so I can get all 3 pieces in there and tighten them up. I still need to print. I spent. Oh, this you'll get a kick out of this. This is the longest print I've done. This is a
Whoa.
2-day print. It's 70% infill gyroid.
What the heck does that do?
It's for the MPCNC.
Ender Defender?
Yeah, no. It's the MPCNC, the V1 engineering. This is the new design for the Primo, whatever he's calling it.
Okay.
The MPCNC. And they call it the core. So it's got to be super stiff and super rigid. Well, stiff and rigid, the same thing. But at some point, you put a bunch of like bearings and stuff in here, and you tighten it up so that it actually rolls on like the 3/4 inch conduit.
Nice.
And that's what this mess is over here. Like this big table full of junk is an MPCNC that I started to build
in 2010 and.
I started it right after Murph of 2018. No, whatever. But
You're a Murph.
I started it and then never finished it. And then when I was because I was working from home, I was working on it here or there. And then the guy that designed it came out with the newer version. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to have to print the newer version now.
Yeah, Buttram.
So I didn't even finish the first one, and I've already printed all the parts to the second one. But that's why I was asking, because I wanted it to get as close as I could to matching the DeWalt yellow. Let's see if I can find the.
Oh, that's why you want it, because your
the trim router. Yeah. So, and it's not perfect, but it's not. Oops. It's not that far off.
Yeah.
Not far enough off that it's gonna like piss me off when I see it. That it's when because this actually the router is gonna sit on this core when it's done, and it'll go up and down.
Ooh. I like it.
maybe I'll stick with it and actually get this MPCNC done. The problem is he didn't design it to use all the parts from the original, so I got to buy like a kit of parts that I kind of adapt all the pieces that I've already bought to the new one.
Yeah, I never got into it. I looked at it and I really wanted to do it, but then I was like, man, that's a project that I'd probably start, spend a shit ton of money on, and never finish.
No.
Because I'm pretty
Yes.
well known for doing that. But
Yeah, I'm almost the same. Actually, I've finished a lot of projects finally, but this one's kind of the bane of my existence. So
yeah, my
I'm
goal is to finish this damn fluid bed and then be like
oh, but
done
you're
with it for a
already
while.
done. It's already working.
It works, yeah. There's some bugs that I need to tune out.
That's
So there might be a design change because I might make the top an actual cup so you can unscrew it and you want to change the color, you just grab another cup that you make.
oh, that would be cool.
Because then you can use it for storage. Now, my only issue with that as being storage is the bottom would be just paper. So I'd have to figure out like a cover for it. It's another 3D printed cover.
Yeah, so like you need a cap that screws on the bottom and the top.
Yep.
Which wouldn't be that hard. You just have threads going both ways. What's up, Dan?
Done!
But I finished that benchtop PSU. I would show it off, but it's buried underneath all the junk on my desk.
No, that's silly.
Yeah.
Does it work good?
You know, I haven't actually used it to do anything yet.
Oh, well.
I've got like Red Light sent me the ATX power supply. I had one, but I wanted one with a switch on the back so I could hard power it off.
Mm-hmm.
And so he sent me one that he had. And when he did, he sent me like a crap ton of fans that I need to actually like play with and test. So I need to actually make some leads so I can start testing fans. But one of them in here is the 120 millimeter fan that I'm going to use on my solder fume extractor. So
Nice. Yeah, I need to make one of those.
well, and if you wait or not wait, I mean, you could design your own now, but I got that one that's mostly designed. I just got to basically all I need to do is find the right potentiometer and then like a power cord and a switch.
Actually, my next project would be making a spray booth.
Like a portable spray booth or just a
spray booth. So because I just got this airbrush kit. Winter is coming, so like I could just airbrush outside. It's not a big deal, but once winter comes, I'm going to be stuck airbrushing down here. So I would love to make something where it has like 2 big fans on the back and a big filter in the front.
Oh yeah.
And then some sides. And I mean, I don't think I need power for the fan. Like, I don't think I need control of the fans. I just need to be able to turn the fans on and off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on the fans.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find, my dad had like 2 airbrushes way back in the day, and I used one of them when I was, I used to put together model kits for 4-H.
Aww.
And I mean, I didn't get carried away. I did mostly military stuff, so it was easy to do like camo.
Yeah,
you can't really screw it up. At least not. You can, but it's not like a.
You haven't seen me paint yet, have you?
Yeah. So I know he has them,
hey,
but
Jesse.
I don't know what he did with them. He might have sold them or lost them somewhere along the way, but one of them was really good. It was a really nice airbrush.
Yeah, I've got my kit came with 3 airbrushes.
Like whole airbrushes.
Yeah.
Did it come with like a pancake quiet whatchamacallit compressor? Nice. Yeah.
$130 on Amazon came with the 1/5 horsepower pump comes with all the oil cap and everything, and came with 3 airbrushes, the cleaning utensils.
That's a really, really good deal.
And all the tubing and everything. So if I spent $10 more, it would have come with paint as well.
Actual paint,
Yeah,
which you can go buy.
yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, it came with the gravity one,
Uh huh.
and then it came with the larger gravity one with the big cup on top, and then it came with the container one.
Nice.
So I'm like,
The opposite of gravity one.
yeah. So basically, I'm set. Like,
That's cool.
yeah, because I can also airbrush lures. So like a lot of people don't know is you can just go to a website, you can order blanks. So for like 50 cents, you can buy a crankbait blank. And you're like, I'll just paint my own crankbait. So I was like, you know what? And I was like, okay, I could use it for lures. I can try to learn how to paint models like that I print, 3D print, you know, and so it's kind of dual purpose.
Yeah.
And if it all else fails, I just use the compressor for aerating, for aerating lure, fluidized beds.
There you go. You could sell it to somebody who buys a kit.
Yeah, I mean
Buy the
it's
whole
a
thing.
good price for everything that I got. So
Yeah, it does sound like a good price. If I had $130 spare, that I would think about it. I want to get back in. I used to paint like miniatures, like for
hmm
I had Warhammer 40K, so like the Space Marine stuff.
yep, I used to
And
do BattleTech minis.
I never played it, but I painted a whole army, and
Nice.
I painted some stuff for some friends, like the tanks and things. Um, but then when I moved out of my old house, it was all in a box, and I think that box ended up in the trash instead of on the truck.
Mm,
So the whole army is gone.
no.
But I don't want to buy like a whole bunch because I don't really want to play. I just like want to paint the miniatures how I want
Well, you
them.
have a resin printer, right?
I do not. Well, not yet.
You do.
Yeah,
And there's plenty of Warhammer figures
there
on
are.
the yep. So you
I
don't have
know.
to. You can just buy the resin and print like 60 figs and just start painting.
That's what I don't know. It's kind of what I thought when I bought that resin printer, but then I never picked it up. So
It's still here. We're ready to go, man. I got
I
it.
I know
It's
actually
boxed up, sitting against the shelf there.
the wife was actually trying to talk me into coming up to Chicago. She wants to do the Friends experience thing.
Ooh.
If we do that, maybe I'll talk her into making a detour to pick up the resin printer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, it's there.
As long as it's not in your way, we're not a
No, 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 no. The basement is huge, and I only give Monkey like a corner. So,
there you go.
and I'm this whole area. I'm using not even a quarter for printing. Like, it's maybe a sixth of the basement is the printing area, and the rest of it is just stuff. And most of the stuff is leaving. Like, I took apart 2 workout machines, so there's just like a pile of metal parts there. Over on that side, we cleaned the whole basement out this spring and just put everything that needs to be thrown out. So like every Sunday, I carry something out from underneath here to throw in the garbage. That way, I don't get the garbage tax.
Yeah.
Sir, you have too much shit. You owe us extra money. Like,
Uh,
God damn it.
That would suck.
Don't stay away from Chicago. Chicago's amazing. Besides all the shit in it.
I think she wants to do it on like Monday, so I guess that wouldn't be too bad with
No.
traffic and stuff. So.
What's up, Carl? Oh, you have to run away. Run! Run! More people are commenting on the fluid bed.
You're a popular man.
Yeah, I need to order a toaster oven. I need to find somebody who has a toaster oven they're not using. Is like, they'll totally sell you that toaster oven for $10. Dude, I thought I could get like a decent toaster oven for $20. Yeah, that doesn't exist. Like everything on Amazon's $40 for a freaking toaster oven. I'm like, why are toaster ovens so expensive? Like I don't understand the logic. Like it's just a toaster oven, it's just a coil with a temperature gauge that goes click when it reaches temperature, and then it turns off the heater, and then once it drops a certain temperature, click, turns back on.
You mean kind of like a 3D printer?
It didn't cloud my face the first time, Carl. The first time I turned on, I had the original first prototype cup, and I turned up really, really slowly. And it doesn't cloud when it does that. It'll just have little small things, and it bubbled. But I couldn't actually get it to a full ripple because the cup wasn't tall enough to support how much expansion there was. I made it so it can expand up to 2.5 times. It met that whole expansion. It made it all the way to the top. So then I increased it by 25 more millimeters, and I can reach all but 5 millimeters at the top now. I'm like, I might have to go to 80 millimeters for the cup because the aeration is actually fluffing it to almost 3 times its initial volume. So, but then when I was showing the video, when I turned it on, I turned on too quickly, so it just makes one big air bubble. So you got to go slow. You got to go slow, and then like if you shake it while doing, it's really hard to hold the camera and shake it while turning it on. But shaking it also causes the air to come in more uniformly when you start it. But then once it starts, it doesn't do anything. But it did make a big cloud on my desk, which I just cleaned right before the stream started. And then when the stream started, I moved my keyboard and there was more. And there's some on my keyboard. Like there's a light hazing of chartreuse over all of my keys. But because the keys aren't 300 degrees Fahrenheit, they won't color it. Like my hands aren't stained. Like the paint is awesome. Like you can't color anything unless it's 300 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. So it's completely non-toxic paint. Well, is it non-toxic? I don't fucking know.
It's probably toxic. If it's powder, it's going to be bad for your lungs anyway.
It is non-flammable, which is nice.
It
does not have any health regulations on it. It just says like keep out of reach of children, non-flammable, store in a cool area.
I always wanted to get some powder coating stuff back in the day when I was working on cars because it would be neat to do that with.
Yeah.
But car parts are like huge, so you actually need like a huge oven
amount of powder. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe not so much a huge amount of powder because they've got the gun that kind of atomizes it, so you can get it.
Yeah, but then you need all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of waste.
But then, like, if you have like a 3-foot part, you can't just stick it in a normal oven to cure. You need like a big stand-up, like basically a commercial grade oven to.
Correct.
To do anything worthwhile. I definitely looked at it. I was always in I used to get the Eastwood catalogs and I'm like, oh man, that's so cool.
What's funny is Testers, the company's in Illinois, in Rockford. So I could literally just go up and get some Testers paint. And my buddy actually is an artist for Testers, so he can get whatever I need for paint.
Nice.
And they make airbrush paint. But I just went out and bought Golden High Flow, which is like the primo. I mean, besides like Wicked paints, like ColorX and Wicked paints.
Yeah, I never used anything that great. I always used Testers or Tamiya.
Well, Testers is good. Like they make good paint.
Yeah, but
a lot of it's enamel.
I was only buying like the tiny little,
like,
the little square bottle,
the little enamel jars of paint. Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I bought as a kid too. Go to Royal Hobby here in town and get your Testers paint. And then they made Warhammer paint recently.
The Citadel or whatever.
Yeah.
Citadel miniatures. There used to be a hobby store in Lafayette, and it was called Main Street Hobbies. And it was just so cool. It had all the plastic models, like all the models you could ever find. And then if you went like through the store and through like a back door, they had an indoor RC track.
Oh.
And it was a pretty good size. Like, it was not a huge, probably like 40 foot by 60 foot, like warehouse type building looking thing that you could race in. But then people stopped buying models and they closed.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, see you, Carl. Lego's finally learned their lesson and they just kind of raised their prices to the point where it's like, okay, we can make money, but we're looking for the hardcore Lego buyer. A lot of those models were made in the USA and their margins were just not there. And once the prices went up and Like people just don't want to build models as much as they used to. But then it's weird. Like you buy 3D printers and people are building models again. Like
they're doing it all over, but
then the hard way too. It's like
yeah, and then it's not simple to paint because you got to sand it and prime it, and
yeah.
before you can even touch it. Now that the resin printers are starting to get cheap enough, and
oh, dude, I really want to get a big resin printer because like I've been watching Graphit post.
Oh,
Someone's
that
painting
Ecto
models.
1. Did you see the Ecto 1?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've been seeing it. Yeah,
that thing like that is so cool.
Yep. I mean,
he did the DeLorean too.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he's got a DeLorean that lights up and everything. That's the kind of I'll never have that kind of skill.
Oh, of painting?
Oh yeah, I'll just have to be impressed with everyone else doing it.
I believe in you, Buttram.
Well, that makes one of us.
Mm-hmm. That's all it takes.
I don't know if I probably showed this off before. I did a little bit of work on, uh-oh, it's going to fall. I painted some parts of the Open FD.
Oh, damn, son.
Yeah, so this is the silver is like a rub and buff, like the silver.
Ruben Boof.
So.
Always got to love a good rub and buff, right? Am I right? Am I right?
You are right. So eventually I'll have this done. Michael Cassell actually printed the decals and sent them to Robbie Mack, so I'm going to have him install them at some point. But it's got lights and sirens and everything. This was supposed to be my Murph project, but because Murph got canceled, I never finished it.
Well, you could have done it for Verf.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I probably had time, but I didn't have the willpower. Maybe not willpower, but the desire wasn't there. I just didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna when I got sent home. I mean, when we all went home for a couple months, I brought it home with me, but I wanted to paint it at my shop on campus. We've got a paint booth.
Oh,
so
nice. Yeah.
I like to do all my painting in the paint booth because it's got filters and it's got a big fan that sucks all the stuff up.
Yeah, that's what I want to make.
But this is huge. Like this, you could stand in this paint booth.
Well, get printing, bro. Get borrow Robbie Mack's CR5s.
He's got the S4. I would need something a little bit bigger.
All right, time to steal Mack's
there you go.
Super printer from Creality.
We could print 2x4s and just bolt them together.
Yeah.
Screw some plexiglass to it.
Man, it's weird blowing people's mind with these fluid beds.
I didn't even know it was a thing. I showed my dad
the video, and he's like, "What is it doing?" And I go, "It's aerating it." And he goes, "Why is it bubbling?" "It's air's traveling through it, but it's bubbling." I'm like, "Yes."
It's where the powder acts like a liquid.
Yeah, so I sent him a video on YouTube of someone turning an entire bathtub full of sand into a fluid bed. So like they're laying on it, and then they turn on, they just immediately sink into it like it's water. And then they had a bunch of people walk in, and then they turn it off, and they're stuck because now they're like hip deep in sand.
Nice. Was that Mark Rober? I think somebody mentioned that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He was, if it's the same guy, he was a NASA engineer, designed some parts for one of the Mars rover or something.
I like Mars rovers.
Was it in
Can the Mars rover fluidize the Mars planet?
Probably. I would imagine there's a lot of not moon dust, but Mars dust.
Yeah, they found water on it, apparently.
Or water-like stuff. Didn't they drill in and find out that there used to be water?
Mm-hmm.
So basically it's like what our Earth will become like millions of years from now.
Pasting settings.
I did finally mess around with Idea Maker, and I like the prints. I just got to figure out how to get my coasting under control.
Yeah, I usually don't turn on much coasting. I try to get all done in retraction first, and then if I need to add coasting, I add coasting. Because like if you're using linear advance at all, like I try to use absolutely no coasting or wipe, get as much of it done in retraction as possible, and then anything else left I fix in coasting.
Yeah, I mean, with my Ender, it's all Bowden tube. It's not direct drive, so it's going to be a lot harder to. It just has to have boatloads of retraction. But I did try to do the linear advance. Maybe I'll try that again. But I never got it tuned right.
Yeah. Non-fam, yeah, there's a couple of different fluid beds. So like you can, when you look up fluid bed, there's the filtration system known as a fluid bed, where you pass liquids through sediment to remove particles. So like you'd use like suspended charcoal in liquid, and you'd pass water through it. Oh, you mean on Mars? Yeah, hydrated mineral. Yeah, okay. I was like, there are different types of fluid beds. But the one we're talking about is the painting version, which is the we aerate it till it acts like a liquid. I can't believe how well it worked. Like I was watching videos of guys making it out of PVC, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, it works okay," because a lot of the bubbles like to form on the edge. And I was starting to have that issue, and I thought it was the texture, but it was actually because I wasn't putting enough air into it. I got afraid. I was like, "Oh, those edges are getting funky." Like all the air was only coming from the edges, but you just have to keep cranking. What's funny is I dry tested it first, and it was just funny watching the little, because I use just a piece of copy paper as the filter, and it was funny watching it start to balloon. You're like, that's scary, because if that paper membrane decides to just explode, it's like, oh, it's a Christmas.
You'd have a powder cloud.
Mm-hmm. My favorite kind of powder cloud. Look at my fluid cocaine.
Oh, it reminds me of the movie. Oh man, it's The Sandlot, when they use the vacuum to try to suck up the ball, and the dog pinches it closed and explodes on him.
Oh,
the kid's covered in dust.
Poor Spot.
He shakes his head and the dust everywhere.
I love cartoons. Used to do amusing things like that. There was an episode of Garfield where he was sleeping and the phone started going off. So he's like, I'm just going to tie a knot in the phone line, and the phone line starts expanding like it's full of air.
Like what bugs used to like tie Elmer Fudd's gun in a knot like that?
Yeah. And it would explode.
Backwards.
Or you put your fingers in the gun and it shoots backwards.
The finger.
You know, technically it's not wrong. Like if you plug the end of a pistol enough, it will explode backwards.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you could hold your finger in there tight enough, I suppose it would probably.
Yeah, but your finger doesn't really fit. Like you need a pretty big round for it has to be a shotgun to get your fingers in there. Yeah. I don't think anyone's ever going to try it. Like put 2 hot dogs in the end of a barrel and see if it doesn't, see which way it goes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that would be funny.
I approve of testing that kind of stuff.
It's funny using a hot dog to test. Like, have you ever seen like the table saws that have like the special blade that if your finger touches it like drops down into a block of aluminum and stops the blade? I saw a guy test it with the hot dog, because you could just take the hot dog up and touch the blade and it would drop into that block.
And I'll show you how much it would cut the finger or hot dog.
Yeah, well, and then the guy did it with his real finger. I mean, it nicked the skin, but definitely didn't take off a finger like it would have
in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan of losing my limbs on tests.
No.
It's like the guy who who tested body armor, and he's like, you can get shot, and he was wearing it, going like, look, you can get shot. I'm just like, dude, really?
No, I would not test.
Couldn't anyone else test that? Like, can we just strap that vest onto like an animal?
Animal testing.
It was legal back then.
Yeah, I know. Like,
just do it to a cow and be like, if it dies, I mean, then you just make cow meat. Like,
yeah,
it's hamburger.
Hamburger.
It doesn't go to waste. But if you die, it's like, well, I guess I fucked that up.
As you're floating above your body in ghost form.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a bad idea.
It's like when Bugs Bunny fell from the sky and he ended up underneath a bone rib cage, and he thought half his body was dead when he was fighting the vulture. Yeah, that's actually another way of doing it. Instead of using air, you can use audio signals. My only issue was I don't know how. Like, the instructional videos for doing it this way were much more in abundance. So when I was on YouTube looking for fluid bed, there was tons of videos on how to make it out of PVC pipe or, used whatever. But there was one video where a guy shows you how to make it out of sound waves to then vibrate everything. And then there was the other one that used both. It used some kind of audio to rumble it while it was aerating it. So I take it that you won't be ordering from us then?
Well, I just got an email that I forgot to fill out my TPS reports.
Did you send them back an email with a link to Office Space?
Yeah, the cover sheet. I just sent the cover sheet.
Don't you love it when you do something wrong, but it's something like, well, who cares? Does it really matter? Am I really ruining your day by not having this?
It's really just a time tracking thing, and it's not. They don't get the good info out of it, so it's pretty much fairly useless. And I shouldn't say that on live TV, but
luckily this isn't television, baby.
Yeah.
Most things in the world are useless, but
yeah. I'm not the only one that forgot to do it, so I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, if you 80 people could just figure out how to do that.
Well, there was how many? There's at least, and there's people that are like 4 weeks behind, and I'm only 2 weeks behind. 1, 2, 3, at least 10 people.
Damn, son.
Oh, son of a bitch. And to log in, I got to use dual authentication.
Nice. So you breathe into it and then lick it?
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's biometrics.
I actually had some classes in biometrics. No, this is like the car. You got to blow into the tube.
Yeah. So you got to make sure you're not drunk before you clock into work.
You got to have your mom blow into the tube before you drive your car to work.
I approve of this message. Brought to you from recklessdriversofillinois.com.
.com.
I was watching Good Mythical Morning, and they were doing one of the episodes where they go into the multiverse and pull out like products from other dimensions. And there was a product from so instead of Little Debbie, there was Giant Debbie, and everyone works for the Giant Debbie factory, and all you eat are Giant Debbies. I mean, they just brought like a 16-inch pizza size Little Debbie.
Man, I'd be in heaven.
Yeah, me too. I love me some oatmeal cream pie cookie thingies.
Literally, my arteries would harden, and I would be in heaven.
But the packaging, they always do a really good job on the packaging, and I can't remember. The one was instead of a Raisin Bran cereal, it was Raisin Brain cereal.
Ooh.
And so that it had dehydrated sheep's brain and raisins.
Gross.
So they went on there. He was reading the box and he's like, "You can find more information on the internet." And he's like, "I think more companies just write that randomly on their product, like find more information on the internet."
Just Google it. Literally, like here's your ex.
So Michael Cassell, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup makes a 5-pound Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
I've seen them.
I bought one
like that big, about that thick.
Yeah, the one I got my buddy was, I think it was about an 8-inch disc and about 4 inches thick, 5 inches thick. Because it was 5 pounds in one thing. I mean, a container of peanut butter is about a pound, a pound and a half. So
that's nuts.
I bought it for him for his birthday because he loves Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And I go, "Dude, did you ever eat that?" He goes, "Yeah, I went over with a bunch of friends and we sliced them into like chocolate pie slices and started eating it." And I go, you guys finished it?" "Yeah, the three of us finished it." "The three of you finished a 5-pound Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?" He goes, "Yeah, it was really good." I was like, "Oh God." Well, if you get diabetes, I think I was part of the reason, because holy crack fiend. That's a lot of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, even for 3 people. I mean, 1 pound of chocolate and peanut butter is already a lot of chocolate and peanut
butter. I miss peanut butter. My oldest son's allergic to peanuts, so I haven't had. I could eat it like at work, but
yeah,
I don't even want it anymore. That's just sad.
Yeah, what you need to do is take a vacation away from the family and then have it.
Yeah, I could do that. We do. I mean, when he's not here, sometimes we sneak like Reese's and stuff, but not like an actual like peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I haven't had one in probably 8 years.
I had a fried PB&J 3 days ago.
Fried?
Well, like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Doesn't the peanut butter get drippy?
Yeah.
I don't like drippy peanut butter.
I do.
I've had peanut butter on a burger, but it was like government grade peanut butter, and it just drips right off, and I did not like that. Maybe it's just a texture thing on my side, but
could be. One of my favorite summertime snacks is to buy the peanut butter M&Ms and leave them in your car, and the candy part keeps them in control, but when you pop them in your mouth, it's like a hot burst of liquid peanut butter.
A warm peanut M&M, where those used to be good. It just shatters.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds delicious.
Oh, you're 5 hours from Hershey. Shut up and take my money. Yeah.
Of course, Michael Cassell also has the Beatus, so he should probably not be telling
and
Hershey.
Michael Cassell also has the Albanese candy factory near him, so
no,
he can go and get some of those.
I do. It's up north. Oh. It's like 2 hours north of me. It's in Indiana.
Is it Michael Cassell in Indiana? I thought Michael Cassell was in Indiana.
Michael is in Pennsylvania.
Same difference.
There's anything east of Indiana is all the same thing.
Until you get to Tennessee, then it's really different.
And that's south. You're a whole new direction.
It's southwest of me.
Somebody didn't take their geography class.
Or northeast of me. It's southeast of me.
There you go. Well, I guess it depends on which direction you're facing, Chris.
I'm facing east right now. Literally facing toward Chicago right now.
There you go.
To the right of me is Dan, because that's south. No, that's fucking north. No, that is south. Yep, that's north. That's Wisconsin. That's Jim. Jim is that way. And then if I go backwards, it's Iowa. Nobody wants to go to Iowa.
Well, Michael Cassell's in almost Ohio. Literally, that's his town, almost Ohio.
I could imagine. Well, he always talks about the Amish, so I always think he's in like.
Well, see, we have Amish in Indiana, northern Indiana.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know, because when I went to Murph, it was literally like,
Yep.
why are there so many? Why is there a horse carriage hitch on the
Walmart?
on the side of McDonald's or
at
the side of Walmart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know this was a thing, and then I just saw people, and then someone goes, by the way, if you see a carriage and nobody's in it, like they have the thing and the guys in front normally go, and he goes, if you see with nobody in it, that's just a horse driving one of the drunk Amish home. Don't worry about that. Like, don't call anyone. They're not just, the horse knows how to get home.
Oh yeah. They're that well
I
trained.
need one of those. It's like a Tesla before Tesla.
Yeah, auto driving or autopilot.
I just have to drive it to where I'm going, but if I want to go home, it drives me home. I approve of this message. Because that's always the worst part. It's like you drive out there and then you waste all your energy out there and you're like, I don't want to drive home.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're like, wait, I can just lay down and let the horse drive me home? Sold. We have an Amish furniture outlet store here in town. I don't know if it's actual Amish furniture. They say it is. And apparently the people who built my shed are Amish. You can still get it. How can you get a DUI? You're not actually driving. You're riding while intoxicated.
Yeah,
that's like arresting your passenger when you're being the designated driver.
Isn't that like operating a horse while intoxicated? It's not driving.
So every state's different. Like in my county, you can't get arrested for driving while on a bicycle.
If you're drunk,
but if you get off of the bicycle, you can get in trouble for being drunk in public. It's the dumbest shit, man.
So you could hide on a bicycle.
Yes. You could be super like shit faced, and then once you see a bicycle, just hop on and be like, "Ha, motherfucker, you can't give me a ticket."
Yeah, I'm on the bike.
Because I used to do this 25-mile ride where we'd all just drink and drive our bike for 25 miles every Wednesday. It's called the Rebel Ride.
Nice.
And it's funny. It was for promoting good bicycle habits. Like, you know, we actually cross streets. Like, it's a path. Like, we follow major streets, and like we make other drivers know that we are like, we also get the right of way.
Yeah, they do those here.
But then half the people are drinking heavily the whole time. Like, how are we showing them good anything?
Yeah,
because this motherfucker is shit faced. Like, I've had to like take people home in my car because they couldn't make it to their house after we got back from the ride.
Oh, jeez.
Like, just
drunk enough to drive my bike, and then not sober enough to walk home.
Oh, you should see our Halloween ride, bro. Our Halloween ride, we did bar hopping for the Halloween ride. It was only 4 of us, and I was like, let's do this thing. And they're like, well, who knows the path? I'm like, I have a path, because I used to go from bar to bar to bar on my bicycle. Like, I didn't drink heavily. I'd like have a beer, hang out for 30-40 minutes, and drive the next one, then have my next beer at the next spot. So did a motherfucker just ask me what's a tamale? Someone on Twitter, motherfucking Paul, just asked me what's a tamale.
Well, maybe he's British. Which Paul?
Paul STL, Galaxy 3D.
I don't know about him.
Oh, Galaxy3D.co. Oh, yeah, he's from the UK. But still.
Yeah. So maybe they don't have the same kind
England, if you don't have motherfucking tamales, I will help you.
Send tamales.
I will send you out. Everyone should have tamales in their life, especially with like homemade sauce to dip it in. Like, they reheat so well. It's like you can buy 6 dozen of them and just like every day reheat 3 of them for every meal. And you might be done in a few days.
Yeah. I had a buddy who he liked to make them. So he would make them every once in a while. He'd make enough for like, you know,
an
both
army.
Of us. Yeah. Well, pretty much an army, but then only 2 of us would eat them. So go over there. We'd eat tamales till we couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And we're not talking about gas station tamales either,
Oh
folks.
no, these are honest to goodness.
Oh wow, you have to cover your car if it spooks a horse. Well, you know what? Damn you, religious freedom. No, I'm just kidding. Oh.
Well, I've completed my TPS reports, so
Yay! Look how productive you can be when you're on stream. I just finished my whole edit here. Well, I have to go in and do like little things. They had a baby, and the baby was like, "I'm gonna make spittle come out my mouth." I'm like, "That's not attractive." Guess I'm editing out spittle.
Baby spittle. We had family pictures done just this last weekend.
Aww.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta do a family session today. I got a family session and an engagement session on Sunday. I got a wedding on Saturday.
Busy.
Let's see if this wedding follows any of the regulations that are in place. My last 3 venues, it followed absolutely 0 of the regulations for COVID safety.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you need to have your tables spaced out 6 feet apart. Nope. Staff need to be wearing masks. Nope.
There was a wedding on the campus where I work. They have 2 big ballrooms, and it was actually the daughter of the guy that was running one of the big committee chairs for the whole COVID response for the whole campus. Yeah. So like they had way more people than they were supposed to at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was wearing the masks, and like somebody reported it. Like so people saw it. Like, and because he's high enough up in the university, he didn't get in trouble.
Of course not.
He had dinner with some pretty high ups like the next day, and they all knew. Like they had found out that he had a wedding for his daughter and disregarded pretty much every safety policy.
Welcome to government.
Exactly. Pretty much.
Here's some rules for you kids.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
That's usually how my thing is. Like when I teach people how to do things, especially when I'm fixing 3D printers, like I don't let the hot end cool down when I take it off. I just start going in there, and I'm like, ow, 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 and they're like, why don't you turn it off? I'm like, again, do as I say, don't do as I do.
Yeah.
I'm a role model, motherfucker. Like, what kind of role model? Well, when I get old enough, I will be in a wheelchair and I will roll.
I was going to say, somebody's got to teach you the wrong way to do it.
That's what, I like to do the electro boom method. How do you get electrocuted? Follow the electro boom method, but then that teaches you how not to do it, so you don't do it wrong.
What? Big groups? Why would you take the big group on the honeymoon?
Yeah.
Is that like quarantining in force?
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, if you hang out with a group of 200 people,
they should
because you're breaking COVID regulations. They have to hang with you and quarantine with you for the next 2 weeks too, and you have to get testing done every day. All of you.
Shelter in place with 250 of your friends.
Yeah. He's not wrong. Like, again, this is why I don't understand a lot of the regulations. It's like, all right, here's a regulation. Okay, that makes sense. Like, yeah, 6 feet apart, just if you wear a mask if you can't if you have to be within that range. But then there's like regulations like, well, you can walk into the restaurant with the mask, and you can sit down and then take off your mask and eat. And I'm like, okay, you understand how air works, right? Like, if someone sneezes, those particles go in the air and they get recirculated, and everyone's now breathing your sneeze.
Yeah. Hi, Devin.
But whatever. Like, I don't care.
Did you see, like, there's one where it shows like COVID as an arrow and like somebody's standing and it like runs right into their head, and then it shows like the next picture of somebody sitting and it went right over their head. So that's how it works. COVID is an arrow, so when you're sitting down, you're safe.
Apparently, COVID is the game known as what's that? William
Tell.
The
apple on the head. Oh.
You lost a teacher today?
Like, did they
Holy
quit,
shit.
or did you actually like lose a teacher?
Oh my god!
Because that's rough.
Yeah, that is super rough. Well, whether she diagnosed Monday and died today, holy shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, we don't. I blocked Sholm. Actually, no, he blocked me because I just kept running into him like, stop being a dummy head. He's like, no, I will continue to be dummy head. All right, well, then I'm going to continue to troll you.
He got a 30-day mute from me.
That's it?
Only a third of the high school. Yeah. Shouldn't they just send everybody home?
You got to remember, school is a business.
It is.
It is a week from hell. You had to go. You had the kid with a seizure you had to take to the hospital. Teacher died. A bunch of people are in quarantine. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a webcam shortage, so good luck making Zoom meetings. Plus, most families can't afford a computer with high-speed internet to do these meetings. It's just a big cluster.
I think that the webcams have come back. Like, there have been enough companies that started making them.
But they're so much more expensive.
We had trouble getting them, what was this, back in, like, July.
You can go on Amazon real quick. I need to go on Amazon anyway.
I'm sure they're more expensive, but...
Send me a C270 cost, because if it's not $25, I don't want it.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's... We got some like off-brand. It looks almost identical to the C270, but it's not as good. Like
they don't even have it in stock anymore. Oh, C270 is $43.99.
So that's not terrible. But they don't have
them. It was $20 before.
I hear you.
It's double the price.
The demand went up, so I would expect the price to go
up. But it's not even 1080p. It's a 720p webcam for $40. Like,
I hear you. Well, look up like the 920. What are those going for?
That's what I have above me.
At the heart of it, like they were going for like $200.
C920, not in stock. There it is. C920E is $100.
Yeah,
but that's not through Prime. It's just
but that's like a $50 dockcam, or not dockcam, webcam.
Yeah, everything looks like it's double in price.
It's nuts. I mean, you can get cheaper ones that something works. You can't get the best because everybody bought the best.
Oh, you can get a hug and alcohol. You know what, Devin? I will stream some Among Us tonight after I get back from all the shit I have to do today. And you can kill some people. I can't even play Fall Guys anymore. So Fall Guys added a new anti-cheat agent, and the anti-cheat agent doesn't like my IQ, which controls my lighting on my computer, and like 3 other programs. Like I have to task quit a bunch of shit in order to launch Fall Guys. I'm like, well, this is dumb. This is no longer part of my life. I can get an AOZ webcam 1080p for $34.99.
There's a Deso Cybertrack 720p webcam for $40. I just got on B&H just to see. Yeah, they're all more expensive.
The Wisecam still works.
Yeah, but that like fisheye lens is rough.
It is.
If you're gonna sit and watch it for like an hour, like then it could be a problem.
See, actually, the cheapest Wise Cam on Amazon is $25 now. So it went up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they were 25. You can go get them at like Home Depot and places for $25. Yeah, B&H has got the C270 for $39. They are back ordered though.
Yeah. Amazon has a few apparently.
Yeah, no, we got some weird. I don't even remember the name of the brand, but it's definitely like some factory in China decided that they could make a shitload of money just by
What is this?
building.
Hi, Devin.
Hi, Devin.
Hey,
So you need a beer and a hug, right?
that'd be nice.
Yeah. You're at the workshop today, huh? Not at the school?
I have to go back to school later.
I don't.
So Monday morning, we had a fire at school. Monday afternoon, I was in the hospital all night with a kid who had a seizure. Tuesday, we found out the science teacher has COVID and sent 39 kids home. Wednesday, we had a fire in the morning and then 2 pipes burst in the afternoon. Thursday, we've got a dead teacher.
Why are there so many fires at your
Yeah, I
school?
was
Are
gonna
these the
say-
kids?
Wait, there's only one. There's on Monday.
The fire?
Yeah, there's a fire on Monday.
No.
Okay.
When there was a fire, did the sprinkler systems go off? Because usually when those go off, then the pipes break because the pressure inside was holding the pipes together.
That might have been one pipes first.
Oddly enough.
Oh, no, Devony makes sense. I like Devony. Oh, damn. Justin said he's sorry to hear all that. But he spelled your name wrong. He spelled it Devony. Devenny.
I don't
Then
have
goes.
the chat open.
Then he said Devon, not Devony.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's a name. Starts with the D, ends with the letter. Like my name's C, ends with a letter. So any C thing works apparently.
So I have 5 classes. Guess how many students I have left in person?
5.
20.
2.
I was closer. I
You
still
have
went
2
over.
in-person students left. Why are you even teaching? Why is the school even open?
See, at that point, just close for a week. Let everybody get tested and then come back.
We have a big meeting after school today, so I assume that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
At my son's school, the classes like are all pods. So like basically the class stays in one classroom all day. The only time they leave is to go to the bathroom and to go to the lunchroom and pick up a lunch and come back to the classroom.
That's
So,
how we're
like-
doing it at the elementary.
Yeah. So what happened? Well, my kid's a 5th grade. No. Yeah. 5th grader. So when anybody with like one kid in that class gets sick, then they just send that class home. But we don't hear that a class got sent home. We just get like somebody got sent home, like in an email from the school. So I don't know how many classes have been sent home or whatever.
Oh, Mickey wants you to move your mic away. Apparently,
Why?
it's doing something. I don't know.
Okay.
I do hear a little crackle, but I think I always hear a crackle with your microphone.
Yeah. Well, I'm an AV guy, so I can't have the good stuff.
This makes sense.
Yeah, Robbie Mack would tell me that I like that's how it's supposed to happen. Like the AV guy is supposed to have the worst stuff,
Yeah.
or I'm supposed to screw it up somehow. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
there's a little pop every once in a while. I don't know if it's just like a lack of a
Maybe
pop
I'm-
filter.
Overdriving it. Yeah, I don't have the little. This was a leftover mic from work. I'm sure I had a little foamy thing at some point, but I don't know where.
I still call them dead mouse, even though they're not, or dead cats, even though they're not an actual dead cat. When you put them on your microphone. I have looked at ultrasonic fluid beds. It just, I didn't think I could 3D print one. I knew
Why-
that I could 3D print one that takes air,
You could buy a whole
'Cause
bunch of you could buy just the little vibrator from the phones. Like you can buy just a bunch of those and solder them all together.
I can make my own with that. Like you can take a counterbalance. Like if you ever cracked open a PlayStation controller, it's just a DC motor with a really unbalanced weight. Then I have to get like a potentiometer and do wiring to mains and probably find resistors and maybe set myself on fire. This whisper quiet pump cost me $8.60 on Amazon. So I figured this would be the cheapest route. And the regulator was $8 for 20. So and then this expensive pump was $20 and it came with a 6-tap regulator. So yeah. Cost effectiveness is go steal Dan's 3D printed speaker and go from there. Yeah. I have 3D printed speakers. I guess I could use that technology and like make my own 3D printed speaker. Learning. All right, is it done exporting? Nope, still exporting. This kid's eyes are so brown. Little kids have the best eyes. Like as you get older, they get less translucent. Like the colored part, the cornea? Is that the cornea?
Iris.
Oh, the iris, yeah. You know what's funny is I wonder if I have a security camera up here. I wonder if I can use that. It's one of those 3-axis security cameras. So that way, when I'm upstairs, I can check to make sure the water heater is not leaking. I can make sure some pump's not leaking. I wonder if I can use that as an additional webcam. It's got tilt and pan and zoom.
PTZ or TPZ?
I can't remember what they call it.
PTZ.
PTC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to do the power over Ethernet cameras and do the whole house, but instead I've got some Wi-Fi cameras, some Ethernet cameras, and then outdoor cameras are all hardwired, 12 volt, which was a pain in the ass because soffits are just a sheet of aluminum. So when you're trying to drill a camera to it, it's like, all right, well, that was fun. Holy shit, these toddler seat little chairs that people call racing seats are $500. AKR Racing Master Series luxury gaming chair is $530.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Why?
It's a fucking baby seat. Like,
Wait, share screen?
oh, it's on my laptop. I can't really share the.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just AKR Racing Masters on Amazon. Perforated pleather. It's not even real leather for $529. I can buy a leather fucking chair for $400, like real leather, like a really nice chair.
You could get a recliner. Be more comfortable than one of those AK.
Imagine if I started streaming
racing.
from like one of those vibrating leather recliners, like just.
We had a guy
legs up.
in my department where that's what he used as a desk chair was a lazy boy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this one's $199.
Chair shopping?
Oh, no. I would never buy one of these baby seats.
Baby seats.
It
they're
looks like
cool
a freaking,
colors.
like...
Aren't they cool
look like one of
colors?
those- no, they're not. This one is white, black, and red. I mean, it is cool, but it's like... it's got 4 different modes. Working mode, which is a 90-degree angle. Idle mode, which is a 120-degree angle. Lunch break mode, which is a 165-degree angle. And chill mode, which is a 180-degree angle. Like, you really named them weird shit?
Laying back.
Yeah, chill mode, baby.
Chill mode.
Oh, and it has 360-degree rotation. Chair, 5-year warranty. Frame, 10-year warranty. It's a 4-dimensional armrest, by the way.
What's the fourth dimension?
Time.
Well, it goes up, down, left, and right, and they consider that 4 dimensions.
You mean four
So you
axes?
can-
That's not even 4 axes.
No,
Axes.
it's 2. Again, they have no idea what they're talking about, but they're selling to people that are like 19 and playing Fortnite, so yeah, it doesn't have to make sense. I would love to see Dan in one of these. Dan in a camo raceback chair. That way it looks like he's floating. Because it's invisible. Soft texture. 80,000 stress test. Dude, is it 80,000 farts? Because I'd love to see it take on 80,000 farts. Oh, that's right. I need to look up toaster ovens. Toaster oven. Yay, my package arrives tomorrow. Guess I'm getting this $40 one. Why the fuck are they so expensive? Why can't I get a $20 toaster oven?
Corona.
Why do you need a toaster oven?
Everybody was at home. They needed more stuff to be at home.
I guess. Why
And
do I need
shipping?
a toaster oven?
It costs
So I've
more
been
to get
using
it
a
there from
torch to
China.
heat these parts before I paint dip them, which is becoming very uneven because you need the object to be heated evenly. Like, it's not so hard with lead, because when you heat lead, it tends to distribute the heat pretty well. But the brass, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be very even
How hot
due to
does
its
it need
density.
to be?
Huh?
How hot does it need to be?
300 Fahrenheit.
So hotter than you can get a print bed.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more than 120 C. So a lot of guys will bake the part in the toaster oven, pull it out, and then like they'll just take a piece of wire and bend it and just have a bunch of them in there. And then you bake them for a while, pull them out, and then dip them. And then when it cools, you can put them back in the toaster oven and cure them. Because when you cure them again at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, they become rock hard. So right now I'm not able to cure them, so they're kind of soft. So when fish bite them, the paint tends to deform a lot and sometimes chip off because it's still very soft. So I'm not getting the full power. $60 for a toaster oven? Correct. Start a GoFundMe. I need a fucking toaster oven. Toast, broil, bake. Look at that. And keep warm. Ooh, this is a toaster made by Mueller, Austria. Wow. 110 watts. Oh, this does go up to 350 degrees and 300. So... And... has a stay on mode. And it has a pan, so I can use the pan to... So I guess this is the toaster. God damn, $60. Motherfucker. Ooh, you can also buy baking trays for it. So you can get like... Is it really made in Austria? Comes with a 2-year replacement warranty.
It's pretty good for a toaster oven.
Mm-hmm. Like, is it actually made in Austria or is it made in China? Not like it matters, but I would more be inclined to buy it right now if it said not made in China, because I do prefer not buying.
Probably was.
It most likely, but it keeps saying that it's made by Mueller, Austria, which... So, it does have a large coil. Let's see here. You know what? Fuck it. I'm guessing I'm buying a $60 toaster oven that'll be delivered here on Saturday. Motherfuck. No, I don't want your 4-year warranty, mother. God, Amazon, quit trying to sell me shit. Amazon. You know what? Let me see if Bed Bath & Beyond has one, because I have a Bed Bath & Beyond.
Have you tried Walmart?
I don't shop at Walmart. I have a very hate relationship with Walmart. 20% off anything over $40 plus free shipping. Okay, thanks for the free coupon. Start shopping. Toaster oven. And like literally every store in my city has wow, this is already cheaper than Amazon's price for the same toaster. The Black & Decker 4-slice toaster is $39.99 on Amazon, but it's $34.99 on this stupid thing.
I'm gonna say you can also get one at Target for $38.
I do enjoy the Le Target more than the Wally World.
Well, go to
A
Target.
Toshiba toaster. Ooh, Ninja Foodie digital air fryer. Hamilton Beach. Oh, they got a lot of toaster ovens.
You can get one for $28 at Target.
Is it the mini 1-slice toaster?
Mm-mm.
The little,
4-slice.
no?
Put a link in private chat.
Wedding registry favorite. I gotta admit, I do love my toaster oven upstairs.
You take wedding pictures, you should probably just say, hey, if you guys get a toaster oven you don't want, send it my way.
Shit, motherfucking 6-slice toaster oven? I hate when I remember when I was a kid, didn't care about toaster oven, as long as it made toast. Now as an adult, I'm like they have this one has a freaking digital LCD screen on it, so you can like control all the fanciness on it.
I don't
This
know
one has a
how to
French
use
door. This is a toaster oven with French doors, so it's got the 2 doors that open up.
French door.
Yeah. It's a
Am I not hitting
convection.
part of adulthood that requires me knowing how to use a toaster oven then?
You know, I bake a lot of stuff. Like when I buy chocolate chip cookies from the grocery store, I will turn on the bake mode on my toaster oven and I'll rebake the cookies so they're hot and golden crispy again. So amazing. Dan, that is bougie as fuck.
Is used as a reflow oven.
Use a what?
I've used it as a reflow oven, but that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm using them as a paint hardening and also tool temping, part temping machine. All right, I'm just getting the one off Amazon. Fuck.
All right, well, I've got to go. I'll catch you later.
All right, see you, Devin. Have a better day.
Bye.
Let's see. Free delivery on Saturday or free delivery on Tuesday? I'm always going to choose the quickest shipping option, Amazon. What's up, Richard Crook? Yeah, dude, there's some stupid stuff. Like, I have a hot plate down here. And it costs less than a fancy toaster oven.
Yeah. I was going to say, if I lived closer, I've got a toaster oven I never use.
Yeah, I looked into like I had a friend that was like, well, I can send you one. And I was like, dude, shipping's going to be like $20-something. Like I'm already halfway there to a new toaster. You know, and then my dad suggests like, hey, why don't you just go down to like the Salvation Army? Like, you want me to go to the Salvation Army right now? And go look for a used toaster oven? Like, I consider the Salvation Army a place for people who actually need to go there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to buy a good toaster oven from them for like $5 and be like, yay, and then be like, I really didn't need this. Like, I'm gonna use this to bake stuff. Someone could have used this thing to actually make their meal in. Like, now if there was like an outlet store that had a bunch, like if I went to like a Michaels or a TJ Maxx, not Michaels, TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and they had a toaster oven for super cheap, I'm snagging that up. But I'm not. I don't go shopping at these places, man.
I swear,
It's
I
like,
think I got mine on Black Friday at probably got it at Menards.
Harbor Freight. I wonder if they had any.
I swear, Black
toaster
Friday,
ovens.
I got my dehydrator at Menards for $20 on Black Friday too.
Nope, they don't sell any toasters at Harbor Freight.
I saw there was an Instructable article that had a reflow oven like project, so you're probably like going to fight all of those people that are going to go out and buy the secondhand ones.
Yeah. And not to mention, the couple of Salvation Armies we have in town are pretty sketchy. I used to go with a bunch of buddies of mine. We used to go video game hunting all the time. Like at least once a month, we like just drive to every single Salvation Army, Goodwill, used comic book shop, and any place that we knew sold used video games, antique stores, and we just look for stuff. And sometimes we get winners. Most of the time, it was just a bunch of losers. So, yeah. Did I really do what I think I did? I did. That's okay. Holly, family, JPEGs. Okay, and double click that folder. And give me only the images that have a 1-star rating, because those are ones I mark for editing. I'm going to have to eat soon. How long I've been streaming for? Hour and a half?
Yep.
Ugh, I really want to get some CAD work in too. But I finished an entire edit minus the, particulars. Really?
Particulates. You've been reading too many MSDSs.
Yeah. Well, someone's like, well, you should be wearing a respirator and use that powder paint. I'm like, I probably should.
At least,
but there's no warning label on the package. Like, it just says, keep out of reach of children. Non-flammable. Like,
it might as well just say edible then, right?
Yeah. And it actually smells good. It has a very, interesting smell. So, I have no idea what to think. Oh.
Well, there you go. I Googled it. It says all of the powders used in powder coating processes are non-toxic, non-volatile, and completely safe.
Really?
Well, that's what Powder Vision Incorporated is saying.
That's fucked up.
What are the hazards of powder coating? Yeah, they say it's not. China powder coating, surprisingly, says that it's not toxic either.
The more you know. I guess just a respirator would be needed when you aerate it, actually as a spray.
Yeah, I just wouldn't try to breathe it in because, anything in your lungs that's not air is probably a bad idea.
Psh.
Unless you want the green lung. You want the
that's
green
fake
lung?
news, bro.
Do you want the green lung? Because that's how you're going to get it.
Yeah, sure. Why? They autopsy me 20 years from now. And they're like, why does this guy have chartreuse lungs? Well, let me tell you about his fishing lure business.
Have you ever watched that Revamped Outdoors guy?
Yeah. That's how I got the idea for making lures in the first place.
That's what I wondered, because he was big into that.
Yeah, he's still posted on that stuff.
Yeah, I don't watch all of it. I see that he posts videos, but I don't really watch a whole lot of the fishing lure videos.
Oh, I do.
Since I'm not really into the fishing lures.
Blah, blah, blah. Well, you can learn.
I can. I watched. He does Fusion 360 tutorial kind of stuff when he's making those. So I've watched it for that. I actually met him at Murph. Was it the last Murph that they had? He actually he's like, you don't actually watch my channel. I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm like, it's like, I watched the one where you made the duck calls. He's like, really? And then he fishes out of his bag a duck call and he gives it to me. He gave me a duck call and a bobber that he had printed instead of maker coins.
Dude, that's dope. I still want to make a bobber. I've seen a few people 3D print them on the fishing groups. Because I really don't use bobbers that often. So.
And he actually, like the duck call, he actually put reeds in it and everything. So it works.
That's awesome.
I was pretty happy with that.
I'd be happy with that. Removing spittle from a child. If only these families knew how much work goes into making sure their babies don't look like they're just a big drooly fucking monster. What's up, slimy Jabba the Hutt baby?
Well, it's not like the baby can wipe its own slobber.
No. But it's funny watching parents you watch a mom and mom just like using her clothes to clean off the kid, but when dad has the baby, just like, Mom, spittle. And I just laugh like, dude, I wipe the drool off my dog constantly because she's a drooler. And I'm like,
yeah,
you're not going to die from a little bit of spittle, bro. In fact, you're probably getting stronger by cleaning the spittle off on yourself. It's inevitable.
There was I think I don't know if I read it or heard it somewhere, but there's cleaning off a pacifier, with your own mouth when you're giving it back to your kid is supposed to, it helps their immune system. I could not do that.
Well, yeah, because you're always giving people blowjobs. Imagine that.
Yeah,
picture.
I know. I don't want to pass along the herp.
Herpagonorrhea syphilitis.
The Triple H, the herp, hep, and the HIV.
Oh, those are the days. Street working was fun.
Use the word work loosely here.
All right. Now that I'm done with this, I'm going to take a break, make some food, and I'm going to come back and do some CAD work.
Fun.
Everyone go get your lunch in you. Unless you're living in a place where it's dinner time, then you should dinner in you. If you don't have any of that, just go have some sex. Whatever you want to do. So, on that note, I finally finished my images. Actually, I'll get them uploading. Let me get them uploading.
There you go.
And then I'll run away from everyone. Organize and get started, and clients and families, and create folder. Holly family. Create folder. Create gallery. Fall 2020. Create. Upload.
That's a good sign when this whole spool of black plastic is starting to shatter, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Is it the Mad Makers?
No. It's Pryline.
All right, and start a 1 hour session of no deactivation. All right.
Sweet.
Good night, everyone. Or not good night. Good afternoon, everyone, and I'll see you in probably an hour.
All right.